Peacock Wine Bar sits on the Halifax Waterfront as a beacon for wine and food enthusiasts. The small, whimsically designed space is managed by James Pottie, a young, passionate wine lover, and chef de cuisine Moira Murray. Together, they create symphonic marriages of food and wine that are worthy of them strutting their feathers. Welcome to Peacock, Halifax's newest wine bar. It's in a great location on the Halifax waterfront. You have this great view over those stairs that kind of look over the Halifax harbor. And I'm sitting with James Pottie. And James is the wine director and kind of the general manager of this restaurant and wine bar. What drives you in terms of creating a wine program and a beverage program here?
Well, first and foremost, what I look for in the wine itself, like baseline organic, moving into biodynamics, sustainable winemaking and sustainable farming, low intervention winemaking as well. In terms of building a beverage program, that is always in coordination with what's going on in the kitchen. I don't lean towards, in terms of what I'm interested in, to something that's too funky, because I want it to always be there to pair with the wonderful food that Moira is putting out in the kitchen.
So tell me, actually, why don't we just talk about the two wines in front of us? Because I think it probably is good reflections of being slightly unique, but also in terms of your food and wine pairing.
Well, yeah, of course. And just in the morning, too, you want to start with something juicy and fresh. So a little Lambrusco by the glass, never hurt anyone. Over there, we have a beautiful biodynamic and natural Criolla that's fermented in amphora from a totally women-operated winery in Argentina.
Yeah, well, Dr. Laura Catena is one of the most amazing people in the wine world. Emergency room doctor, and runs a winery, which is pretty cool in its own right. If I was walking into Peacock, what should I expect of the food program here?
Diversity is what I would probably lead with. When you're walking in the door, you're gonna find something that is of that time.
Amazing.
Early spring, you're gonna find everything that's coming in early spring, like the ramps, the asparagus, etc. Moving into the summer flavors. Everything is designed to share on the menu. You can get an app and you can get a main if that's what you wanna do. You can get an Owens and a focaccia if you want, or you can have a really well thought out experience with some high-end wines as well. I want it to be both highbrow, lowbrow as much as possible, but everything is of great quality.
Amazing. So I'm really digging this Criolla. So I want to raise a glass to James and the wine program you crafted, and thank you for inviting us. Now I'm with Chef Moira Murray. And Chef, you come from Nova Scotia, but you've got a lot of experience around the world. You've lived in Toronto, a little bit of stint in New York. How did you take all that experience and how did you translate that into your menu here? So what's really at the heart of the Peacock food menu?
I think the driving force here is vegetables. It's working with local suppliers, using fresh ingredients in the season, and looking for ways to extend those seasons. A huge part of everything we do here at Peacock is preservation. So whether it's for our lemons for our pasta, our peppers for our bomba that we serve year round, we're really trying to utilize as much local product as possible.
Which is so important these days to make sure we're using everything that we can. But it's also a bit of a wine concept here. So how does that dialogue go between you and James, or you and the staff, to kind of make the food work with the wine?
I think James and I have really lucked out that we have very similar palates, very similar taste. Personally, I like a lot of high acidity, richness, but in unexpected ways, which pairs really well with a lot of the natural, more interesting wines that James chooses on the menu.
And speaking of that, talk about this dish.
This one specifically is our preserved lemon and pink peppercorn pasta. So we preserve our lemons and then make a sofrito with shallots, nutritional yeast, black and pink peppercorns, and finish it with fresh lemon juice, Parmesan, and parsley.
Well, that doesn't sound bad at all. and what also doesn't sound bad is James's pairing. And the pairing is a 2013 Riesling from Austria. And I have to say, this wine shows some preserved character in the nose, like preserved fruit in the nose. What I love about it is you get that developed character Riesling, that preservedness, but you get the freshness in the back end. So I guarantee with this pasta, even with the peppercorns, there'll be a cooling aspect of the Riesling playing off the peppercorns, but all the acidity and freshness working together. I'm super excited to try this. So if you don't mind, I'm gonna dig in.
Of course.
Give it a go. So, That's a perfect pairing if I ever had one. So anyway, cheers to you.
Thank you.
James and team at Peacock really know a thing or two about pairing food and wine. With that in mind, I'm gonna create a dish inspired by the wine. So I have some Provençal rosé in front of me, super fresh, light, good acidity in the background. I wanna match that in the food. We're gonna make something really simple, homey that you can serve on a patio, which is where I like to drink Provençal rosé. So we're gonna make a ricotta blend and put it on some crostini. Place 1.5 cups ricotta in the bowl of a stand mixer. Add 1 teaspoon extra virgin olive oil. Add 1 tablespoon milk. Add zest and juice of 1 lemon. Add 1/4 cup fresh dill. Whip until smooth. Top toast points with the ricotta mixture. Add equal amounts of diced smoked salmon to each toast point. Thanks to the staff at Peacock, I've been inspired to create a dish that's centered around Provençal rosé. I wanted it to be fresh and summery. To do so, I put a bowl of the whipped ricotta in the middle of a cutting board, accompanied it with some diced smoked salmon, put out some fresh dill and microgreens, and some crostini. This way, everybody gets to enjoy it as they like it. I like mine with a little smoked salmon on it, so a little of our ricotta. A little smoked salmon, not too much because you don't want it to overpower the rosé. I'm gonna put a little microgreen on mine, nice and easy. Now all I have to do is enjoy it and wash it down with some rosé. Perfect pairing and a wonderful summer dish. Like and subscribe and come back next time to East Coast Food and Drink.